thinking about how an American wedding is, where church bells are ringing, a bride is walking down the aisle in her big white dress, and the groom is sitting there waiting for her. They tie the knot, and next thing you know, they're jumping in their car, their limousine, with window pane on their window saying, just married, and they're headed off to their honeymoon. That's a typical American wedding. But there's some things that are different in life where weddings can be in different styles. For instance, the Palestinian culture. These people are Muslim, and they do things in a little bit of a different style. Imagine meeting your husband or future wife and never being able to meet them until the day you get married. Obviously, it's a little bit different in culture and how they do things. It's not an accustomed thing that we're used to, and that's why it makes it so unique and interesting. First off, I'm going to talk about the engagement of a Palestinian wedding. The engagement process is where the groom, with two formal witnesses, they usually are male, will go up to the fathers of the bride to ask for his permission in her hand in marriage. She cannot be present because they are not allowed to be seen until the wedding day. But when the father accepts this marriage proposal, he will take a drink of his coffee, and that shows that he is accepted and has been given the blessing to the groom. After that, there will be celebrations conducted by the families. Then they will tie the knot of the marriage contract, set a date, and will inform the entire community of the date because they don't want the couple to be seen with each other until the wedding day. Then for the engagement, there's specific types of celebrations and events that they have, which is similar to bachelorette parties and bachelor parties for an American cultured wedding. The things that they do are things like henna day, which is specifically for the females. The groom's family pays for all the bride to be drawn on with henna tattoos, as well as her sisters and close friends. Then there's a groom's night, where all the males will get together and have dancing and singing for their celebration. After that, then the engagement has been come to a close because the very next morning will be the wedding day. Now, I will talk about the ceremony of how the wedding is actually conducted. It starts off with the imam, who will conduct the ceremony, and the imam is just like a pastor or a priest for a traditional Christian wedding. The bride will be given away by the wali, or dad or an uncle, just like a female does at a Christian wedding. And when she's given away, the two witnesses who were there for the marriage contract will watch this as well. Then the imam will conduct a ceremony where he'll start off with a sermon that contains 3 verses from the Quran and a hadith. Then he will start the ceremony of asking the groom if he will take his bride's hand in marriage. Then he will do it again for the bride. This is where, no different than asking for someone's hand in marriage, of taking their name. That's what they do. They will ask for their complete name. Then he will again address the groom after he's asked both the groom then the bride to make sure that he is for sure marrying this woman. After that has been accepted, the groom must accept, saying, "I do marry her." There's no such thing as an I do's because that's informal and disrespectful. After that, they've tied the knot and they will leave the mosque or their holy area and go consummate before their wedding reception. The wedding reception is called the walima, and for this to happen, it's after the consummation, where they will celebrate the wedding, obviously, and then they will talk about, or they will discuss singing, folk dancing, and whatnot, and the cake ceremony. So it'll be joint at one point to take pictures and whatnot and talk over things. Then they will separate into two different groups. When they separate, they will have males and then the females. The reason for this is because the males will have singing and folk dancing, where the females will do the same, but the females will dance naked. I know, interesting. A little weird. But when they do all of this, it will show that they are celebrating something great. They enjoy that they are having an engagement, a celebration for the wedding, and then celebrating the walima and the conduction of everyone together. Finally, overall, it shows that the Palestinian culture is a unique culture with how they do the weddings and how they enjoy life and are celebrating each other. Thank you.